Hello everyone, this is Kunal over here. So in today's so-called session, we are going to go ahead and take one step further towards our journey of better understanding of Gen AI. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and write a very small program to go ahead and leverage Gen AI through LLM models and LangChain framework. So we are going to go ahead and use two technologies by Google. Number one is Google's LLM, that is Gemini. Number two, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use Google Colab, very powerful notebooks provided by Google. So what it means is that we do not really have to go ahead and install a bunch of softwares or tools within our system, nor do we have to go ahead and have very fancy system to go ahead and code our programs on AI and everything. So Google actually goes ahead and provides all these tools absolutely free of cost. So that's what we are going to go ahead and use to build our understanding on Gen AI. At the very same time, if you think at any point of time you are having some queries, some questions, some suggestions, some comments, please do let me know over there, and I'll try to go ahead and answer them as soon as possible with the best of my abilities. So yeah, so keeping these things in mind, let's go ahead and start today's session.
All right. Like I said, that we will go ahead and create a very small chatbot today. For that, we'll be using Gemini provided by Google and in specific Gemini Pro model provided by Google. The reason for that is that it's completely free of cost, and Google provides a lot of tokens, which means that our questions can be longer, our answers can be much longer as well. All in all, a great tool provided by Google for all of us, not just to go ahead and learn, but also can go ahead and use it in our projects and deploy. So for that, first of all, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get the Google Gemini's API key. For that, I would recommend you to go to ai.google.dev. So once you go over here, all you have to go and do is register yourself. Once you do that, scroll down a little, and you'll be able to go ahead and click on this button to get API key. In Google AI Studio, click on Get API Key, click on Create API Key, and just create your own API key. That's all you have to do, and just keep it with you. Copy it and keep it with you. Like I've put it over here. For hygiene purposes, this is not the real key. This is a dummy key that I have put in over here because, of course, I did not want to go ahead and put my real key out there for everyone to go ahead and see. So I have executed it. So my original key is already there in this variable. So next up, what we'll do is we will actually go ahead and uh, load a few libraries, install a few libraries, packages that we would want. So it's very simple. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and from LangChain, I will go ahead and get Google Gen AI. So I'll go ahead and do pip install LangChain underscore Google underscore Gen AI. Let's go ahead and install this library. By the way, just so you can go ahead and see, I'm using Google Colab over here, not Jupyter Notebook. It's pretty neat. Most of the libraries are already installed. You don't have to go ahead and install anything on your system. You can go ahead and use Google's Colab. So that's what I'm using over here. And let me just go ahead and name it over here as well. Let's say Gen AI Google Gemini chatbot. All right, let's do that. So I do have my Google API key. I have installed the library as well. The next step is to go ahead and import Google's generative AI model. So for that, what I'll do is I'll create one more cell right over here. And over here, I will go ahead and write from LangChain underscore Google underscore Gen AI import chat Google generative AI. All right. This is what we need to go ahead and import from Gen AI. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, maybe the problem is right over here. I did not spell it right. Let's run it again. Okay, so now I have imported my library that I wanted as well. Now let's go ahead and put in the user question, whatever we would want to go ahead and ask our AI model. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll just go ahead and click on escape, click, press B to go ahead and get a new cell over here. And let's go ahead and put a user question, which is, I'll go ahead and put in a string. What is artificial intelligence? Okay. Let's go ahead and put this question again. Let's go ahead and run this thing. You can also go ahead and do control enter to go ahead and run it. Now this user question variable is having this question. Okay, now let's go ahead and invoke our model. So to go ahead and do that, I'm just going ahead and copy and pasting this line over here. So a couple of things that I would want to go ahead and showcase over here is, number one, this chat variable is going ahead from chat Google generative AI that we have imported over here. It is going ahead and initializing this variable. It is going ahead and telling this Google generative AI that we'll be using Gemini Pro model. So this is the model that we'll be using, the LLM model that we'll be using to answer this question. Okay. So we do have the question. Now we have selected the model and we will go ahead and put some temperature. Temperature value is somewhere between 0 and 1. Lesser the value that is closer to 0, it means that the answer that we get from LLM would be much more predictable. Higher the value, as close as it is to 1, it would mean that the probability, the randomness of the answer would be much higher. So lower the value, answer would be more predictable. Higher the value, answer would be more random. So that's the only difference. But of course, it really matters a lot. So I have put in model, I have put in temperature, and the third thing that I have to go and do is I have to go and put my Google API key, a variable that I have got over here. So I'll just go ahead and invoke this chat variable as well. All right, I've got that done. The next what I have to do is I have to really go ahead and invoke chat. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to go ahead and do chat.invoke, and within the parameter, I will go ahead and pass this user question, that the string that I have created over here. And I will go ahead and pass this value in response. So whatever response that I get after invoking this chat function, it will go ahead and pass that answer within this response. But I would also want to go ahead and print this response, right? I'll go ahead and do it later. For now, I'll just go ahead and get the response. So what it's going ahead and doing is it's actually going ahead and invoking this chat function with the help of this Gemini Pro model. And it is actually asking this question to Gemini Pro model. And now it is having the answer within this response. Now let's go ahead and print the response. But before that, what I would want to go ahead and do is I will want to go ahead and remind everyone what is the user question. So I'll go ahead and say user question is, and comma, user underscore question, the variable that I have created earlier. And next up, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do print response dot content. So content of our response would be printed over here. Let's go ahead and do control enter to print the answer. As you can go ahead and see on the screen, it is first of all going ahead and printing this line. User question is, what is artificial intelligence? And after that, it is going ahead and giving us the answer that it has gotten from Gemini. Pretty neat, right? As you can see, it's a pretty long, pretty detailed answer. Not just it is going ahead and giving us the definition, it is going ahead and giving us a lot of other features like what should be the cognitive abilities of artificial intelligence. That should be it should be able to learn, it should be able to reason, it should be able to go and decide, it should be able to go ahead and process the natural language, and it should also be able to go ahead and interpret and understand the visual information. So that is computer vision. And what are the different kind of applications where it can be used? What are the different types of AI? What are the benefits of AI? So as you can see, it has given a very detailed answer over here. And this is one of the reasons why we have used Gemini Pro model. Not only the token sizes are pretty decent, so we can actually go and get more long form answers at the very same time. Gemini is very robust model which can actually go ahead and provide us all this kind of information. It is also having multi-model support. What it means is that the same model can be used to go ahead and analyze images, text, and even videos. So it can actually go ahead and accept variety of formats of information and can go ahead and answer us our questions. So this is one very small application of how to go ahead and use LangChain to go ahead and create a very small uh, Gen AI uh, application to go ahead and answer user questions, right? Like I said, that I'm also going to go ahead and showcase you one very small tool uh, that is again provided by LangChain. I will go ahead and use Wikipedia over here. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll again go ahead and first of all install the library. So again, I will go ahead and do pip install Wikipedia. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is not a LangChain library, as you can see, but this is just the Wikipedia library. So that is the first thing that we'll have to go ahead and install over here. Uh, so we'll let it. Okay, so it has already installed Wikipedia. The next up, what we'll do is now we will go ahead and install the functionalities provided within the LangChain. But before that, again, I'll have to go ahead and install one more LangChain library. That is pip install LangChain underscore community. Right? Let's install this one as well. And as you can see, it has downloaded all the extensions and everything, and now it will go ahead and install it as well. Okay, I believe it has installed it as well. So now I'll go ahead and install a couple of tools from LangChain as well. So this Wikipedia query run will be installed, and from utilities, our API wrapper would be imported as well. So both these packages are actually within this library that we have installed. We will go ahead and import these libraries over here. Great. Next up, we will also go ahead and import Wikipedia, something we have installed earlier, but we would want to go ahead and now import it. Now, once we have done that, I'll just go ahead and put an API wrapper where I will go ahead and say that I would just would want to go ahead and see first result. The maximum characters should be 100, and it should be that I will go ahead and initialize the tool over here as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Just to ensure that everything is working fine as expected, I will just go ahead and ask what is the name of my tool that I have just installed. So let's go ahead and do that. And it should go ahead and tell me the name of the tool, that is Wikipedia, as you can probably go ahead and see it on the screen right now. Okay, now I would want to go ahead and ask the same question that I did Gemini, that is, what is artificial intelligence, right? Let's go ahead and do that. So I'll go ahead and again get the answer within my response, and I will go ahead and say response is equal to tool dot run, and that's where I will go ahead and pass on the query as well. So what is my query? So this query has to be passed within the JSON format, and query is artificial intelligence. Okay, so this is the query that I would want to go ahead and pass in over here, and I would want to go ahead and print my response. Okay, I did not put the right spelling over here. Let me go ahead and rectify this, and let's go ahead and run this thing. And it's saying that it is going ahead and getting the answer from this page, that is artificial intelligence page. It's saying that our AI is, in broader sense, is Intel. Okay, let's go ahead and look into it. Show intelligence. Let's go ahead and look into Wikipedia. All right. So as you can go ahead and see that it is actually going ahead and getting the answer from here. Let's go ahead and try to increase the characters to say 500. Let's say what happens 10. And as you can go ahead and see, it will go ahead and give us much more longer answer over here. So as you can go ahead and see, we have used two things over here today. We have used Gemini to go ahead and answer the user questions through LangChain. At the very same time, I have also used one of the tools within LangChain, the Wikipedia tool, to go ahead and get answer from Wikipedia. So as I go ahead and increase the number of maximum characters, it will my answer will keep on getting bigger and all. But the idea over here is that now I can go ahead and compare the answer that I got from Gemini and the answer that I got from Wikipedia. There are a lot more applications that we can go and do perform over here. There are a lot of things that we can do over here. And in our subsequent sessions, the content that I'm going to go and post, share with all of you, you'll be able to go and see how we are going to go and inculcate different features of Langs, whether that be LLM functionalities, whether that be tools, chains, agents, how all these things to come together for us to go ahead and create much more powerful applications. And to go ahead and build some of these applications, I will actually go ahead and use Streamlit. And we will also go and talk about how to go and host these Streamlit applications so that we can actually go ahead and pass it along ourselves and we can go ahead and ask it questions and all these kind of things. But anyways, this was the very small video that I had for all of you to go ahead and see how we can go ahead and utilize the power of LLM models to go ahead and answer you any question, any user question with the help of the LangChain framework, how all these things do come together and become a whole application. Everything is something that we will go ahead and talk about in subsequent sessions. But I think that at this point of time, this has been a good enough start for all of you to go ahead and get your feet wet, get your hands dirty, to get into the domain of Gen AI. So that's where our session will go and stop over here. I hope you had fun, and like I said, that we will go and continue to talk more about Gen AI, the applications of LangChain, how this framework enables us to go ahead and build more robust applications in future.